Alrighty, the boys are playing off over there, and I am just gonna sit here and talk about Levi's first month and everything that was different and new, all the ins and outs of life then. But basically, it started with my grandparents' birthdays, which was a week after he was born. So I obviously went over all of that in the first week with him and what that was like. And I mentioned that a few days later, my grandfather had passed away and I was taking a break. And I came back after he was a month old because we were doing photo shoots for him for every month. And so I wanted a little update to go along with the photo shoots. And because it was December at that point in time, it was Christmas themed and it was really, really cute. The boys had these matching dinosaur sweaters and fuzzy pants for the photos. It was, I love those photos of them. They had this little mini Christmas tree and all these little fake present boxes that we bought for it. We really went really extra, and by we, I mean my mother went really extra. Like, she bought the entire setup and everything for these photos, and they just came out so beautiful and so perfect. And my favorite photos are these ones of Elias with Levi in his lap and just the excitement on his face and how happy he was. I love that. I love those photos. They've always been so close right from the start, and I love that. But life, in a general sense, was not super awesome. The narcissist was drunk all the time, never hung out for any of these photo shoots, which I mean has been the theme because you guys watched the maternity photo shoot explanation, and the newborn photo shoot was mentioned at one point. Yeah, they are rain clouds, baby. It's okay, it's not raining hard. You can come hide in the house, in your little house in the yard if you want to. He wasn't really around for special things like that. He had no interest in participating in special things like that, which bummed me out, but at that point I was pretty used to it. I mean, I took all my maternity photos alone and everything too, so. Which, I mean, again, I just said I mentioned that already for that video. But, so at this point, I was already accustomed to it. Prime example, going back to maternity photos. That's something that your partner is usually there with you for. And he obviously wasn't. So, it is what it is. Next time, when I have a husband and I end up with another child, I know I'm going to marry somebody that is going to be excited for all those little things and is, ready. I ain't getting married until I know for sure that the man is, a good man. Sorry if the rain sounds loud. But yeah, it was just, that first month was really, really rough. Levi and I were sleeping in the living room for the first few months of his life because I couldn't have him and Elias in the same room. Every time he woke up, Elias woke up, and the narcissist would complain and get angry about Elias waking up and it ruining his sleep too. And so I was always in trouble for that. So I had to sleep in the living room with Levi.
What happens if I climb?
Well, you can certainly try. It'll be a hard thing to climb, though. It's really slippery.
Brother! Oh no, the chalk!
because of the rain. He wants you to go under the truck because of the rain. It is starting to rain pretty good.
What is that on me?
A raindrop and marker. Oh, I love this. Ah! Feels nice, huh? I love the raid. So we were dealing with all of that, and then even though we were both home, I was the one that had to be awake with them. Oh, this feels so nice. It's been 90 degrees all day. Oh. So the narcissist expected to get an entire 8 hours of sleep, and if he didn't, he would make my life a living hell the next day. So I had to be up and ready for the entire day with Elias, and then had to, I'm okay, baby. And then I had to do the nighttime routine with Levi, who luckily slept for longer periods of time, as I mentioned in the original video. Like, I was getting 3 to 4 hours of not waking up. But truth be told, part of that was because him at a month old, he would just kind of lean over to the side as we were laying down, and he would just find my boob without waking me up. So there was times where I would kind of wake up, but not really, and I'm aware that that was what was going on, is he was just like able to find it on his own and was like, this is cool. But yeah, I was at least sleeping a little bit better than I did when it was Elias. But most of everything fell onto me. I still had to be the only one hanging out with the boys throughout the entire day. And like, I'm tired, I'm trying to heal. First month, you're still like, you're in your 6-week waiting period for sex and everything because your body's still healing. And he wasn't even allowing me to do that. Like, there was no option in the matter on if I was allowed to or not. So that was great. And then anytime that he heard Levi crying and it didn't stop right away, like, you know, babies just sometimes they have gas and it makes them cry or something, he would immediately come out screaming at me, like, what the fuck happened to him? Did he fall? What the fuck did you do? I'm like, he just has fucking gas. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. He just has gas. Like, I don't know how to fix that right now, except for what I'm doing, which is trying to help massage it out like you do with a baby. I don't know what else to do. I'm doing the leg thing. I'm trying to massage it out. I'm working it out as much as I can, but it's a stubborn section of gas in his system. He's going to be upset for a minute. There was all of those struggles and dealing with all of that, and just trying to be a parent amidst all that chaos, because like, it's chaotic when you have a toddler and a newborn and you're doing it all by yourself. And the only time that I had help was when we were spending the night up at my mom's house, which was happening basically every freaking weekend. So I at least had a little bit of some kind of help throughout it. But we were also like grieving the loss of my grandpa this entire time, which was insane with the narcissist. I remember when I got the call. I remember all of that, which, I mean, I talked about in the last video, so I'm not going to go over all of that. But, like, I remember all of that so vividly. And I just remember this entire month, every time that he was mad at me for something, he would be like, and I've been here for you since your grandpa died, and you couldn't even do the same for me. And I'm like, been here how? You've literally left me to deal with it entirely alone. Meanwhile, when your grandfather died at the very beginning of our relationship, I asked what you needed, and you said you needed somebody to just listen to you. So I said, okay, I am here to listen, and I listened. There were just so many moments, especially in that first month, where I really thought maybe things would get better, and they just weren't, and thought it'd be an easier time for all of us, and he just made sure that it wasn't. And I mean, he also, at this point, again, remember, I'm literally only a month postpartum at the time that I put this out there, but he, yes, being so freshly unpregnant, he had gotten me a waist trainer, and anytime that he saw me naked was asking if I was still using it, and like would literally sit there and would pinch my stomach. Again, I'm a month postpartum. Hi, baby. Do you remember what you were like as a baby? What were you like as a baby? Tiny. Anything else? Your hair was a lot darker, huh? You were a pretty cute baby, huh? You're still pretty cute. Your face is very dirty, though.
Thank you for watching my mommy's video. See you next Saturday.
Bye!